Here we are. Matia started things off with the axe, sending the dual drive. So, I mean, as we were mentioning before, still what a run from both of our duelists. We're now playing for securing a third place at the National Championship. It's yeah, it's quite the usual stuff we have seen so far from the Ryzeal Mitsurugi, which was indeed the most played deck, but in the final, I mean, we have you know, the one with the heraldic fist.
Yeah, for now, bad news for Luigi, because he is also maining 6 Mulcharmies, Droll, and none of them have been drawn. So, yeah, it seems like he will be left completely vulnerable here. And yeah, as you can see, Ryzeal cross comes down. We could just see King of Paralymps, depending what they want to go for. At this point, they know each other's deck pretty well. And no, again goes for the Dugares. Getting rid of
Atlantean. Yeah.
Atlantean. And there goes Abakiri, so we do have both engines available. Enter. Okay, so yeah, I mean, as we have seen plenty of times overall this weekend, we can have different possible solutions for this end field, and might as well just patch this draw before we decide. Calma. So, yeah, I mean, as you can see, very well execution by Matia. He has done this plenty of times across these past few days. look at this opening. I mean, although it's a bit bittersweet, of course. Wow, even the Tornado Dragon, which we have not seen all weekend, against Mermail of all decks.
Well,
Huh.
it's yeah. I mean, I feel like it's I mean, I think he should have known what he's up against, right? Especially because now the Tornado Dragon, to be fair, it's I mean, of course, it's quite useful, but knowing that he's up against such a deck, maybe he could have gone for a different line. But I think the card being drawn by Luigi as a 6th card is a drawn and lock bird, because I can see that's the first card, and this is something that usually can unfortunately happen.
Yeah, quite ironic.
And here comes the infantry, which gets to use its effect and bring up onto the field an additional normal summon, which is something that we also got to see back in the days with thanks to do infantry effects, because it's not only when being sent to the field to the graveyard to destroy a card, it's also has additional effect when summoned. But yeah, I mean, Matia's field, it's super scary. And also with such an end from Luigi, it's gonna be very difficult. But I mean, let's see now.
Yeah, let's see if he has anything to do. Let's take a look at these hands. I think I see only one impermanence, maybe. And Luigi. Oof. Oh no, okay, there is the shrine. Okay, I was getting worried because the rest of the hand didn't look good, but this is actually premium. Discarding the Dragoons to special summon Coelegant. Possibly. Yeah, there it is. Getting a search right here. And interestingly enough, we are gonna summon the Neptabis before we attempt to use the Coelegant.
And I think Matia here only has an impermanence, right, to stop his opponent. Yeah, it doesn't look super promising, and yeah, I mean, I think he will just wait for the right moment to use the impermanence, but
oof, but here comes the Minstrel, and yes, we are gonna chain the impermanence there, but then on resolution, we can search with the Mulling Glacier as we have 5 exact monsters. And yes, the bell is gonna be sent to the banishment as we are left with a couple of rituals and Call by the Grave. And yeah, there goes Mulling Glacier. Let's see what are the cards that are gonna be sniped off the end. Wow, Abakiri and Call by the Grave. Definitely the best among those. Seems like Hope is a bit slim, but the Co-Elegant is negated by Impermanence. So we also need to find a way to keep on extending here. And it might not be the easiest. We have Ash in hand, which is great, actually.
No, I mean, but from the way he's starting things off, it's quite going his direction, especially because Matia now, I think, is just left with a ritual monster. And
Doppio.
yeah, here Luigi is just considering his options.
And yeah, we are just gonna, I mean, try to extend our plays with the Marincess Coral Anemone. Bring him back. The Minstrel. Not all that much. Yeah, I mean, both Caught by the Grave and this cross out sent to the graveyard. And that's it.
Yeah, that's
wow, it's just
Okay.
a pass, so there is a slimmer of hope, I guess, for Matia. Definitely not the field you're used to seeing Mermail end on. There is an Ash in hand, which can help Luigi, but Matia has a lot of really good draws. But, oh, he draws into Ash, and I think it's a pass back. That's very unfortunate. Yeah, it's a pass from Matia. Completely breaking. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's just sitting on a Gospel, an Ash Blossom, and a Ritual Monster.
Yeah, not much that he can do.
Yeah.
And we get... is it a Neptabis? Wow, okay. Very different quality in terms of draws. And yes, Matia has seen enough. Picks up his cards. It is one. Let's take a look. I see a cross out and I think a ice. That would be amazing. And wow, even the prayers. What a hand. Cross out can stop any possible interruption. Matia has drawn such a great hand.
Yeah, I mean, no Featherstorm being drawn yet, but I mean, still, I think this is no hand to complain about because, you know, starting with the prayers and seems quite solid. So let's see if there will be anything from Luigi's side to try and stop Matia. We now searching the Abakiri.
And yeah, I think we will enter main phase. And we do see the Mulcharmi Purulia, which is gonna be answered by an Ash Blossom, keeping the cross out instead, which is an interesting choice. Oh, but no, never mind. It's not even a choice. We do not play any copy of
That's
Purulia,
why.
even
Yeah.
for the cross out. So, yeah, then that makes definitely more sense. I see double trap in the end from Luigi. He is playing the Impulse as the only trap, so I think
Yeah.
he has 2 copies.
I think so.
And is he gonna use it here? That's what he's gonna think about. Does he take the bet? I mean, is it really a bet? You know that the Abakiri is in the end. No, he allows it to resolve. And this is great news.
Yeah, doesn't seem that Luigi has any other interruption. Here comes also the X, so Matia is free to even extend this further.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm sure that the impulse is there, but I guess he is trying to shut down the ritual side of things.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the plan. And a big thing from Matia. Was thinking between 2 or 3 materials. Last second, he does go back to 3.
Yeah, I think this is something that we kind of witnessed in game 1 as well, where Matia went pretty much for the same line. Takes the cross.
And now will we use the Abakiri right away? We do. And no response from Luigi. Interesting. What card at this point are we waiting for? Is it the ritual? I guess so. Yeah, we waited a long time for the impulse, and it's gonna be activated on the ritual. So, plan B. Here comes the node, getting rid of the Abakiri to further go into a Nexus play. Are we gonna see once more this Dugares bet, or are we gonna change things off? No, again, plan is always this for Matia, it seems. Let's see if we can find something promising of these draws. And it's gonna be once more the Tachyon getting discarded. So now we get one more draw from this cross. Can we find a way to keep pushing forward?
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty much what we saw in game 1.
Yeah.
Like the cross, the duo drive, then the Dugares, and after it, another exquisite summon, which was in game 1 the Tornado Dragon. Now it becomes,
and now the Detonator. For a moment I was about to say, are we ever going to see this Castel into RP Featherstorm? But it seems like even though he's prioritizing drawing a lot of cards, he never gets to this trap. And he might as well be done here. Yeah. Couple of face down cards, and that is it. Luigi has been extremely patient with this impulse. He wanted to stop the Mitsurugi. Let's see if he can now get it done through Detonator and Cross. Doesn't seem easy.
Yeah, because he has another impulse on Mulcharmy, and okay.
Shrine and Dragoons like the last game. This is an interesting decision. We have a negate available with the cross. Do we have anything else? I think there was a cross out.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, he's not gonna really have targets for. But yeah, it seems like we are gonna use the cross on the Shrine. And then the Dragoons is gonna be activated. Most likely for an Heptabis if we don't have one. Yeah, he's thinking about that exactly. Big decision, could be the last one of the match, and it is the Heptabis.
Yeah, which I think makes sense, because with the last two remaining cards in hand, they would have been yeah, the only option available for him.
And it seems like, yeah, Matia is gonna be okay with the effect. He's gonna use the detonator probably just to pop the Heptabis. Yeah. And then we are gonna use another search from the Dragoons. Oh, is it really double impulse in hand? So he opened triple? Because it looked like another trap card. And that's the only one he plays. Did he really open triple impulse?
Oh, I think he has one.
Only one?
Yeah, and Mulcharmy.
It's like one Mulcharmy for sure, but he has two more cards then. One for sure is an impulse. It might be triple. Okay, no. It's can't quite... Is it, oh no, Shadow Guard. Okay, that's pretty decent. So it's gonna be the Poseidra discarding the Shadow Guard, and now we are gonna have a huge attempt at this.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to stay in this with the resources he had. I mean, it's not gonna be easy, but he's really fighting hard, going through the detonator once again.
And yeah, the detonator is finally removed, but it did cause some damage. One last push. What can he find? There is this special summon from the Shadow Guard, but seems like most cards have already been used.
Yeah, it's just left with a Mulcharmy and the impulse in hand. Now comes the Dragoons.
Can we find a way to play? This could be all over if Luigi doesn't find a way. And there goes the final attempt. The Shadow Guard changes both monsters to level 7, allowing to go into Abyss Strite, which is gonna revive a water monster, in this case the Poseidra. And now we can upgrade to the Poseidra abyss.
And honestly, I'm impressed because basically Luigi's just, you know, doing his best with the few cards he had left in hand.
Really,
and,
really good effort.
Here, you know, it doesn't seem like. I mean, I think there was the cross out, which of course we know that it can't be used at the moment. And I mean, essentially Luigi just here trying to do his best. And I mean, you can't never really count him out.
No, and this is an interesting find. He's using this effect, which can allow him to send the statue and then bounce all of the field from Matia back. And this is impressive from Luigi.
Yeah, also the other set card from Matia apparently was... oh yeah, it was the Purification, yeah, that which we didn't know of.
Yeah, unfortunately useless because of Luigi's decision to shut down the ritual part of the deck, which proved to be quite effective actually. Can he really pull this off? He's counting damage. At the moment, he has 5,800 available.
And yeah, you can tell it's just, you know, thinking about it, doing some maths.
Maybe not enough to special summon Mulling Glacier. Therefore, yes, I think we are just gonna change plan. We have infantry, and it should still be the impulse in hand. So maybe we can actually win the old-fashioned way, which is incredible. Wow. And yeah, it's gonna be 5,800 damage. What an effort. And we could even bring back the statue if you want, which might be what we are gonna go for.
Well, I think it was very, very well executed from Luigi, honestly. With just 2 cars, he's been doing all this and dealing with the detonator, the duo drive, and essentially Matia's entire field. Because, of course, we knew about the cross-out designator, but down also, he also got rid of the cross.
This is amazing. Yeah, very, very well played by Luigi.
I mean,
what an execution.
I mean, I don't know whichever will be the final result of this match. I'm impressed. I'm incredibly impressed because just with 2 cars, this is what Luigi was able to achieve. And look at this field.
Yeah. Push damage, clear the entire field, set up a statue. Like, this is beautiful Yu-Gi-Oh! Being played. And we still have the impulse in hand with a trap in the graveyard. Wow.
Yeah, look at this.
So good. So good from Luigi. And yeah,
And
I think he has seen it. Wow. What an